everyone, and welcome back to our channel, or welcome to our channel if you're new. For today's video, I'll be showing you how to make these delicious mixed berry pastries. So these are really great for the holiday season, of course, and they provide a very nice dessert, especially if you're doing this very last minute. So before we get into the video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos every single week. And without further ado, let's get on with the recipe. So for today's video, you'll need, of course, 1 cup of blueberries and raspberries. You can choose any types of berries that you'd like. These are just the ones that we use today. You'll also need 1 teaspoon of nutmeg, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1/3 of a cup of sugar, 1 tablespoon of vanilla essence, some phyllo dough, mint leaves, and of course you're going to need a 1/4 cup of sugar for your garnishing. This is powdered sugar. And you'll also, of course, need some kind of baking pan. We're using a cupcake pan for this recipe. So first we're going to start off with the mixture that we need to make for inside of the phyllo dough. So you're first going to take that sugar and you're going to add that in. You're then going to add in, of course, your other seasonings, which include the cinnamon and, of course, the nutmeg as well. And you'll also, of course, add in the vanilla essence. Now, once adding all of this together, you're just going to mix this up and let this burn down on its own so that it can kind of caramelize and become somewhat of a nice caramelized base, so that we can add it straight on to the fruits. Generally, this is what your caramelized paste should look like. It should be a kind of syrup almost, not even a paste, but it's going to be really dark in color, especially if you're using brown sugar. Now, or any type of golden yellow sugar. Now, we're going to add this straight on top of the berries. The reason why we're doing this instead of adding the berries into it and making a jam for the inside, it's because we want to make sure that the shape and firmness of the fruits stay intact. Now, we're just going to mix all of this together and leave it aside to be prepared with the phyllo dough. Speaking of phyllo dough, we're going to just fold the phyllo dough into parts and then stick it straight onto the baking pan. Now, this is the ideal shape that you want for this, because you want to make sure the inside and the underneath of the phyllo dough is safe for the jam to go in, because you don't want it leaking through. Speaking of which, we're going to start putting that into the phyllo dough. Now, for this recipe, you can use phyllo dough or you can also use puff pastry. That also works really well with this recipe, and it takes less time and it's also equally as delicious. Now, with phyllo dough, it's a little more delicate, but it also looks very beautiful and has a nice golden brown color when it is completed. Before we add this into the oven, we're going to first add some more sugar on top. This is just going to add to the caramelization on the top of our pastry, and it's also going to add, of course, some more sweetness and more flavor. Now, before we put this into the oven, you want to make sure that there's no holes at the bottom, and you want to make sure that everything is nice and in place. And you're going to put this in the oven at 375 degrees Fahrenheit for about 20 minutes. Now, once you take it out of the oven, this is what it should look like. The phyllo dough should have a nice golden brown color. You also want to be mindful that if you're taking this out of the oven and taking it out of the baking sheet, you want to be careful because it's going to crack and crumble, so you want to be careful when you're taking that out. To top it all off, before we take it out of the baking sheet, we are going to add our powdered sugar. You can do this after, of course, but we're doing it before so that we can just pull them all out and plate them nicely. So we're just going to add that straight on top, and use as much powdered sugar or whatever garnishing you're using. Use as much as you feel the need to. We just added a little more of that powdered sugar because we felt that it needed more added to it. And we plated it with our fruits and some mint leaves. So we added some blackberries on the side and some blueberries just as a nice garnish. And this is the final result. A nice flaky pastry that can be used for the holiday season or even all year round. It's just a really versatile type of dessert. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like, comment down below what you thought of this video and other videos on our channel. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos every single week, and to turn on post notifications to be notified whenever we upload. Hope you guys have a fantastic week, happy holidays, and thanks for watching!